What if they miss you? What if they finally realized what they lost? Should you reply? Your phone lights up, and there it is, their name. The person who once made you question your worth. The one who disappeared when you needed them the most. The one who let you go like you were replaceable. And now, suddenly they're back. But why? Is it because they truly miss you? Because they regret losing you? Or is it something else? Boredom, loneliness, guilt? Before you let old emotions rush in, pause. Because how you respond, or if you respond at all, will set the tone for everything that follows. It could put you back into an emotional cycle, or it could be the moment you take back your power. See, when someone reaches out after disappearing, it's rarely just about missing you. It's about what they need in that moment. Maybe they need comfort. Maybe they need validation. Maybe they just want to know they still have a hold on you. But the real question isn't why they're texting you. It's what you truly deserve. A person who valued you wouldn't have put you in a position to doubt your worth. They wouldn't have waited until it was convenient to show up. They wouldn't have left you in the first place. And now that they're back, you have to ask yourself, do they deserve my time? If you reply, what happens next? Do they genuinely want to rebuild trust? Or will they slip back into old patterns, leaving you exactly where you started? Remember this, your response should never come from a place of loneliness. It should come from a place of strength, from self-respect, from knowing that your peace is more valuable than their sudden curiosity. If someone truly regrets losing you, they won't just say it, they'll show it, through changed behavior, through consistent effort, through real accountability. If all they have is a lazy, "Hey, I miss you," then you already have your answer. You are not here to be someone's emotional safety net. You are not here to validate someone who once discarded you. You are not here to be a convenience in their life. So, before you reply, ask yourself, do they deserve access to me? If the answer isn't a strong yes, then maybe your silence is the most powerful response you can give. Now, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. My peace is worth more than their text. Let's get started. Number 1. Are they seeking closure or control? Let's be real. When someone truly values you, they don't wait until it's convenient to reach out. They don't disappear without a word, only to pop up when they feel like it. They don't make you question your worth by treating your presence as optional. So, before you even think about replying, ask yourself, are they reaching out to give you closure, or are they just trying to reopen a door they once slammed shut? For many people, texting an ex isn't about making amends. It's about checking if they still have access to you. They want to know if they can still pull the strings, if you'll still respond, if they still have a place in your heart when it suits them. It's a test, but not for reconciliation. It's a test of their influence over you. And here's how you know the truth. What happens if you don't reply? Do they reach out again, genuinely trying to have an honest conversation? Or do they disappear just as quickly as they arrived, proving that this was never about real connection? It was about control. Think about it. If this person truly respected your emotions, why didn't they give you closure when you needed it? Why did they leave you in confusion, uncertainty, or pain? And why now? Why is this the moment they suddenly remember you? The answer is simple. It's not about you. It's about them. Their curiosity, their ego, their need to feel like they still matter in your world. But here's the truth. Your peace is not their playground. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is to be unlike the one who wronged you." And that applies here more than ever. They played games. They disappeared when it was convenient. They left you wondering. But you don't play that game. You don't chase. You don't entertain people who treat your presence like a revolving door. So, before you even consider replying, ask yourself, is this conversation for my peace or for their power? Because if it's the latter, your silence will speak louder than any response ever could. Number 2, are they lonely, or do they truly regret losing you? Here's the harsh truth. Loneliness is not the same as love. Just because someone feels empty, lost, or nostalgic doesn't mean they suddenly value you. It doesn't mean they've changed, learned their lesson, or realized your worth. Sometimes it just means they're bored, and you're the first name that comes to mind. Maybe their rebound didn't work out. Maybe they've spent too many nights alone, scrolling through their camera roll, seeing old pictures of you, remembering the warmth you used to give them. And now they miss that feeling. Not you, the feeling. But ask yourself, if they really regretted losing you, why didn't they realize it sooner? Would someone who genuinely values you risk losing you in the first place? Would they let you sit in silence, questioning your worth, only to return when it's convenient for them? Regret doesn't wait until loneliness hits. Real regret comes with change. And here's the test. How are they reaching out? A person who truly regrets losing you doesn't just send a lazy "hey" or a late-night "I miss you." They don't throw breadcrumbs your way and expect you to come running. Instead, they show up with action. They take accountability. They acknowledge the damage they caused and make a real effort to prove they've changed. Because love isn't about words. It's about consistency. It's about showing up when it matters, not when it's convenient. Maya Angelou once said, "When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time." So if they walked away before, if they made you feel like an option, a backup plan, or a temporary escape, why should you believe that this time is different? Don't let nostalgia cloud your judgment. Don't mistake their loneliness for love. Because love doesn't leave and return at its own convenience. Your worth isn't defined by how much they miss you when they have no one else. Your worth is defined by how you refuse to settle for anything less than real, unwavering commitment. So, before you even consider replying, ask yourself, are they reaching out because they truly regret losing me? Or are they just looking for a temporary fix to their loneliness? Because if it's the latter, your silence is the only answer they need. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I am no one's emotional safety net. Number 3, do they miss you? Or the way you loved them? Here's something you need to understand. A lot of people don't actually miss you. They miss what you did for them. They miss how you made them feel. They miss the emotional support, the validation, the comfort, the way you poured into them without hesitation. But do they regret losing you, the person? Or do they just regret losing the benefits of having you in their life? Because there's a big difference. If they truly valued you, why did they let you go in the first place? Why did they put you in a position where you had to question your worth? Why did they disappear only to return when it suited them? The answer is simple. Because they didn't think they would lose you for good. They assumed you'd always be there, that no matter how they treated you, you'd still pick up when they called, that no matter how long they disappeared, you'd still open the door when they knocked. But now they're realizing something. They lost more than just a person. They lost someone who genuinely cared. They lost someone who gave them unconditional love, support, and energy. And now they want it back. Not because they've changed, not because they suddenly see your worth, but because they miss the comfort of being loved the way you loved them. But here's where you take back your power. You are not just a source of comfort. You are not a free emotional refill. You are not a temporary fix for their emptiness. Marcus Aurelius once said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. If their words and actions don't align, don't get caught in their cycle. If they say they miss you, but they're not showing up differently, believe their actions, not their words." Because love isn't about convenience. Love isn't about missing someone when you have nothing better to do. Love is about consistency, effort, and respect. So before you even consider replying, ask yourself, are they coming back because they truly miss me? Or do they just miss the love I gave them? Because if they only miss the way you made them feel, but not the person you are, then your silence is the answer they deserve. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I deserve love, not just convenience. Number 4. Are they apologizing to fix things or just to ease their guilt? Some people don't apologize because they truly want to fix things. They apologize because they want to feel better about themselves. They don't want to sit with the discomfort of knowing they hurt you. They don't want to carry the weight of their own actions. So they reach out, not to heal, but to hear you say, "It's okay." Why? Because that lets them off the hook. They get to walk away with a clear conscience while you're left with the same wounds they caused. But here's the truth. A real apology isn't about the person apologizing. It's about the person who was hurt. If they were truly sorry, their actions would show it. If they were truly sorry, they wouldn't just offer words, they would offer change. If they were truly sorry, they wouldn't need your forgiveness to move forward, because real change happens in silence, in effort, and in consistency. Not in a conveniently timed, "I'm sorry" when it benefits them. Maya Angelou once said, "Never make someone a priority when all you are to them is an option." And that's exactly what you become when you accept an empty apology. An option. A way for them to wipe their hands clean of the damage they caused without actually making amends. So, ask yourself, are they apologizing because they truly regret their actions? Or are they apologizing because they can't stand the idea of being seen as the bad guy? Because someone who truly regrets losing you will do more than just say sorry. They'll prove through their actions that they've grown, that they've learned, and that they're willing to rebuild what they broke. And if they're not willing to do that, then their apology is just another way to manipulate your emotions. You don't owe them closure. You don't owe them comfort. You owe yourself peace. So, whether you forgive them or not, let that be a decision for your own healing, not for their relief. Number 5. They can't stand that you moved on. This one is huge. Sometimes an ex reaches out not because they miss you, not because they regret losing you, but because they can't stand seeing you happy without them. They expected you to stay stuck. They expected you to still be emotionally tied to them, replaying the past, waiting for them to come back. But now, you're glowing, you're healing, and that bothers them, because in their mind, they had the power. They were the one who left, who made the decision, who thought they controlled the narrative. But the moment they see you smiling, thriving, and moving forward, their illusion of control shatters, and their ego, it can't handle it. So what do? They reach out, not with real intention, not with genuine love, but with curiosity and insecurity. Are they really over me? Are they really happy without me? How could they move on so easily when I thought I had them wrapped around my finger? And here's the part you need to remember. Your happiness isn't for their validation. Your growth isn't for their approval. As Seneca once said, you act like mortals in all that you fear, and like immortals in all that you desire. They were comfortable believing you would always be there, always waiting, always hoping, but now they're the ones feeling the fear of loss. Don't let their insecurity interrupt your healing. When someone reaches out after seeing you move on, ask yourself, are they reaching out because they truly want to make things right? Or are they reaching out because they can't stand the idea of you being happy without them? Because real love doesn't panic when you heal. Real love doesn't interfere with your growth. If they're coming back just because they hate seeing you free, then they're not coming back for love. They're coming back for control, and you don't owe them that. You don't owe them a response. You don't owe them reassurance. You don't owe them another chance to play with your emotions. You owe yourself peace. So the next time they pop up, trying to gauge if they still have access to you, remember this. Your happiness is not up for negotiation. Your healing is not an invitation for them to return. If they couldn't appreciate you when they had you, they don't get to disrupt your peace now that you've moved on. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I choose my peace over their ego. Number 6. Do they actually want you back or just a backup plan? Be very careful here. Not everyone who reaches out wants you back. Some just don't want to lose access to you. They don't want to fully commit. They don't want to put in the effort. But they also don't want to see you with someone else. So, what do? They keep you close, just in case. They send vague messages. They act interested. They drop breadcrumbs of affection just to keep you emotionally invested. But when it comes to actually showing up for you, they don't. Because the truth is, they don't want to give you their full love. They just don't want to lose their hold on you. And this is where you need to ask yourself, are they consistent, or are they just checking in when it's convenient for them? Are they making real changes, or are they just afraid of losing control over you? Are they proving their love through actions, or are they just making sure you don't move on before they do? Because love is not a backup plan. Love is not just in case. Real love says, I choose you. Not, I don't want to lose you, but I don't want to commit either. And this is where you take your power back. Marcus Aurelius once said, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. If you allow yourself to be treated like an option, you'll never become someone's priority. If you keep accepting their half-hearted attempts, you're teaching them that bare minimum effort is enough to keep you around. But you deserve better. You deserve someone who doesn't just check in when they're bored or lonely. You deserve someone who doesn't just keep you around as a safety net. You deserve someone who is sure about you, not someone who only reaches out when they feel you slipping away. Because here's the harsh truth. Some people don't truly care about you. They just care about keeping you available. They don't want to give you the love you deserve. But they also don't want you to find it with someone else. That's not love. That's selfishness. And the longer you entertain their mixed signals, the longer you delay the love you truly deserve. So, if they're coming back, don't just listen to their words. Watch their actions. If they're still playing games, if they're still giving you the same old patterns, if they're still showing you that you're just an option, then you already have your answer. You were never their first choice, and you deserve to be someone's first choice. Number 7, if they really miss you, they'll prove it. At the end of the day, it's simple. Words mean nothing without actions. Anyone can send a text. Anyone can say, I miss you. But what matters is what they do after they say it. A person who truly misses you won't just talk. They will show up differently. They won't leave you confused. They won't give you mixed signals. They will prove through consistent effort that they've changed, that they understand their past mistakes, and that they're willing to do what it takes to make things right. But here's the truth. If all they have to offer is a lazy "hey" or a half-hearted "how have you been," they're not serious. They're just testing the waters. They're checking to see if you still care, if they still have access to you, if they can still get a reaction. That's not effort, that's convenience. And you deserve better than that. Think about it. If they truly regretted losing you, wouldn't they have done something about it sooner? Wouldn't they have fought for you before it got to this point? Wouldn't they be showing up with real change instead of just recycled words? The hard truth is, some people don't miss you. They miss the way you made them feel. They miss the comfort, the validation, the attention. But missing how you made them feel is not the same as missing you. And this is where you need to be brutally honest with yourself. Have they truly changed, or are they just looking for another chance to waste your time? Are they stepping up with real consistency, or are they just trying to see if the door is still open? Because love, real love, is never just about words. It's about action. It's about effort. It's about proving every single day that they mean what they say. Seneca once said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." And that's the reality. You don't have time to waste on people who didn't value you before. You don't have time to entertain people who only show up when it's convenient for them. You don't have time to decipher mixed signals and wonder if someone is serious about you. Either they step up or they step out. It's that simple. So if they truly miss you, let them prove it. Let their actions speak louder than their words. Let them show you through real consistency that they are worth your time and energy. But if all they have is another empty message, another recycled excuse, another round of the same old behavior, then you already have your answer. You were worth the effort all along. And if they couldn't see that before, that's their loss, not yours. Now, it's your choice. Do they deserve your energy? Because here's the truth. Not every text deserves a reply. Not every "I miss you" is genuine. Not every comeback is a comeback worth entertaining. If they truly miss you, they'll prove it. If they don't, your silence is the answer. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Stay strong, stay empowered, and I'll see you in the next one.